Hello everyone, I'm TheFireBlades and welcome back to my grand Skyrim adventure. Now, if you've joined me in the first episode, you'd have known that I'm just preparing to head out. This is my project to explore Skyrim. I'm going from Rift into Solitude, and I'm going to make a point of stopping at every possible corner along the way. And to help me are my two companions, which I've got here. Here's my tank, who is a modded character from the Interesting NPCs mod. And here is Anik Cragjumper from... where is it? She's from the Rift. Darkwater Crossing, I think it's called. She used to mine. Now, I have got a few mods installed, some of which I described in the first episode. So, I've made my preparations, and now I must head off before sundown. Now, I'm going to try my best to explain the mods which I have installed. I've got hundreds, quite literally, a lot of mods, some of which I described in the first episode. So, I'm going to try and follow the roads as best I can. Oh, I need to talk to Shadow first.
Any luck with Sapphire?
You're no longer in debt.
8? You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think it... Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore.
Right. Now, some of you may have seen that a mist is developing. I do have the Climates of Tamriel mod as well, including the weather patch. But this is part of Frostfall. It gives me notifications. Now, what you're seeing here is part of the Skyrim UI. It's called Sky UI. Again, it's part of the mods. And it basically optimizes the user interface for PC gaming. It's kind of optimized for console games, so a lot of it was very easy on processors. It was very easy on the systems that they had for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. So some of these things I've tried to optimize for the PC as much as possible, which again makes for me the game a lot more enjoyable and allows me to do this kind of stuff. There he is. Lovely. Glass boots. Right, so you may notice he's a bit unprepared for travel. Again, this is something that the Sky UI does. At the click of a button, gets dressed into his proper clothing. Except for his gloves. Where are the gloves? There they are. Alright, I've also got the Bandoliers mod. As you can see, he's wearing his bandolier. This increases his carry weight. I've also got the vials as well, as if he's carrying potions. Right, without further ado, we must begin our journey. Now, I'm going to try and use the map as little as possible as well. I'm going to try and read the signposts that are available. Which means, at the moment, sticking to the beaten path, the cobbled roads, and seeing what I can do. I have the difficulty set to Adept mode, but I also have a scaling stopper mod put in place as well, which basically stops the enemies leveling with me. So at the moment I am currently level 17. So if the scaling was on, it would mean that all the enemies that were about would be accommodating to my level. But here, there could be anything. Bandit Lords. I've also got the Organised Bandits in Skyrim mod, which puts more organised bandits in there. They've got clans, different types of bandits for their different properties. So here we go with our first kill. A standard spider. I'm also a bit finicky on the bows as well. Realistically, you'd pull a bow, and as soon as it's brought back to its maximum, you'd let it go, because otherwise your arm would start shaking. So I don't want to keep the button pressed on it a long time. I know the game doesn't take this into account, but again, I'm a bit of an immersion freak. So let's try a shot. Boom! Right, we're going for the attack. Now, as you can see again, I've got a modded mace. Oh, hello. Kill-stealing bitch. Right. And again, I've replaced the combat... Oh, hello. Oh, cave bear. Whoosh. Right. Well, that bear I should have remembered was there. I've also got the Realistic Needs and Diseases mod as well, which actually makes me hungry. If any of you've played Fallout New Vegas, you'll understand about the hardcore mode in that. Makes you hungry and thirsty. So here, my list of food. They're my ingredients. List of food here. So cooking is more essential to this game. It's not just for taste and small health bonuses. Here, as you can see at the bottom, bear roast, it says filling meal. This increases my, decreases my need to eat. So I'm just going to drink something, and something is going to appear at the top left-hand corner. Empty bottle added. I need more water, which means, again, I'm not quite full. I can have a bit more water. My thirst has been quenched. Some of you may think this is just purely cosmetic, but it does actually have an effect on the stats of the game as well. I believe stamina and magic regeneration takes a hit if you are hungry, sleepy, tired, drunk, and all of these try to simulate the proper effects in real life. I'm still hungry. Wow, you fat bastard. Okay. The red bar at the top indicates my warmth, and because I drank beer, alcoholic beverage, of course that constricts the blood vessels, making me feel like I'm warmer. The disadvantage of this is when the alcohol wears off... What on earth? Yeah, when the alcohol wears off, it's going to make me a lot colder. At the moment, as you can see, it's not snowing, and it's daytime as well, so that shouldn't have too much of an effect. Now, I've disabled all of my quests for now. I'm only going to be focusing on the ones that I will be performing. So I've come across a fort here. Seems to be run by bandits. So this is just going to be a little bit of a taste of the combat system in this game. Now, you may think I'm being rather overly cautious about this being on a depth mode with 2 followers, but I'm only light armoured, and so I have to use this element of surprise to my advantage. I'm only lightly armoured, and those guys die very easily. Again, with this organised bandits and the stop scaling mod, it can become very punishing very quickly. So firstly, actually, what I'm going to do is quick save it. Always quick save before a battle, especially when you're using mods. Especially. That should be a rule. Now I'm going to take advantage of this guy where they're mercilessly killing this elk if they can stay still. Ah, it's another one annoying thing in this game. These guys don't know I'm here, but yet they keep walking around as if they're on alert. Maybe it's just me. I'm going to just try and get a closer look. Do a bit of reconnaissance about where the best point of attack is. Some of you may think I'm taking this rather seriously, but I'm dressed up and crying out loud. I'm going to take it seriously whether I like it or not. Alright, yes, my headphones, as I've mentioned, are immersion unfriendly. They're very law-breaking, but also it's the computer I'm playing this game on in the first place. So I guess there's a limit to how much you can do. Ow. They seem to have all gone. That hunter seems to have got so overexcited about killing that thing, that elk. It's completely forgotten about its post. Now, I'm not gonna... Oh, bug up. Nope. No! No! Right. 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 You know, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. I'm stuck in the scenery, which is very immersion breaking. I know, I'm very well aware of that. I fucked up, alright? I tried to sneak in properly and got stuck in the scenery. That is why you quick save. I'm gonna press F10 to quick load. Right. Take 2. With the Oblivion main music in the background. These guys seem to be pretty obsessed about this elk. Maybe they're starving. But you can't hold a siege with 3 people, so I'm gonna need to go in there and take them out myself. These guys could be anybody, as to expect in real life, you know. There are always going to be people stronger and weaker than you. Skyrim doesn't implement this very well. It kind of holds your hand, and it's very kind to you, this game. Probably just to try and get more people to play it. Of course, a lot of things that turn people off older games or retro games is that the fact that they were very unforgiving. You had to properly apply yourself. Less so these days. If you don't like it, they could just turn the difficulty down. Things seem to be tailor-made for you rather than the game. Now, I know I'm going to be detected here. I just need to find out. Okay. Well, this is fine. You know, I'm going to go inside. Fort Greenwall. Now, this is going to be more of an introduction rather than part of the adventure. Just to show you what the combat's going to be like. I've not done too much to the combat itself. I want to keep that.
Someone there?
Now, bandit plunderers are badasses. I'm very unfortunate to come across one of these early on in the game. Oh, now as you can see, one. Oh shit! Wow. So I died. Quite badly, I must admit. Maybe it was my fault for not taking full advantage of the opportunity before being detected.
Some scuba. Should have known she would lie. She said she'd wait for you. But they never wait. Something?
Run away! Cover's blown, stop walking. Ow! As you can see, one hit from that guy. Right, I'm going to take a potion or two, to be honest. It's a good job I found those staffs and gave them to my companion, because otherwise... bang, I'm dead.
Need something?
Now ain't this a surprise?
Whew, right. Now, in the vanilla version, what you'd probably do is turn the difficulty down. But this is part of the game. This is kind of the game aspect I like. I'm up against some strong enemies which I possibly cannot comprehend dealing with at my level. So I'm just going to have to go away and come back another time. Now, I have got to level 17 so far. I've only had to reduce the difficulty once. That was in a quest-based mission. Again, I had some problem with a mage who was using chain lightning. Chain lightning is quite possibly the worst thing to have. To be up against. Now, as you can see, I'm... Oh, bit of a glitched weapon there. Now, as you can see, that was a lot easier, that guy. But still, I need to keep my wits about me. And we seem to be in an advantage here. Now, this is a Bandit Frostborn. You may notice a Bandit Plunderer, Bandit Frostborn, Bandit Thorn, Hild. And all of these people have different qualities. All of these belong to different bandit groups and therefore have different statistics, different specs, so to speak. And the Highwaymen. Don't you bang your shield at me. Come on. Come on! Now, being a person who wields a mace, I need to get used to using power attacks an awful lot. They're the ones who are going to deal the damage. Swinging the mace can become a liability because they're so heavy, therefore so slow. I have tried to keep the game as balanced as I possibly can. Without the use of the stop scaling mod, because that just unbalances the game massively. But then again, as you can see, I didn't have any trouble with those guys, so it doesn't make the game unplayable. It just means that I have to back off, try somewhere else, and then come back later on. I do fully enjoy this kind of game. Oh, doing your gymnastics there. Now I'm just going to take all your gear. Mercenary armor, Nordic Moonstone shield. That seems pretty cool, actually. Again, modded. I have so many weapons and armor mods, I'm not entirely sure where some of these come from. This is the first time I've ever come across the Nordic Moonstone shield. Light armor, 34 armor, 6 to weight. I'm just going to check my shield and compare the two. I do like my shield. 31 and 7. And that's with sorry, it's been tempered. But I do like the red, and if I had a clan, I'd kind of like it red and yellow. Again, not the greatest camouflage, but pretty diverse world out there. So I'm going to leave that particular camp here for now and set forth. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Do I? Do I? Yes, I do. Yes, I definitely do. Alright. Now, I'm also got a mod which allows me to wear robes over armor. Again, just like in medieval times, you could do that. The earls, the dukes, and all the lords of the land would probably do this to show off their wealth. They wouldn't just have a suit of armor, they'd have their big, long, expensive robes over the top. So we've somewhat conquered Fort Greenwall. We've got rid of the obstacles outside, so I'm going to call it at that. I'm just going to search this body. Pick her up. And pick her up. And pick her up. Wow, you're heavy. There we go. Gonna pick you up, make you dance a little. Away you go! Glonk. I've got a realistic ragdolls mod as well. Kind of makes throwing them about a bit easier. So I'm going to call it at that. So if you want to join me next time, where I'm probably going to kill that bear first before anything else, I shall certainly be doing that. So if you like the video, give it a like. If you have any suggestions for what you want me to do on this journey, anywhere you want me to go or anything to pick up, leave a comment in the description or leave a comment in the comments box. If you want to see more of this, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time for Skyrim Grand Adventure. Bye!
Seems to be a problem with the door control system. The door isn't responding to any of our attempts to close it. So please maintain direct eye contact with SCP-173.
The human mind, I mean the head does bob when you walk